um, adjust and go back to status quo ante. Two cannot live together unless they agree.
Right.
Pre-1804, before the British came, we were separate nations. We were all separate nations, and we were not conquered by the British. I'm talking about the Yoruba now. We were not conquered by the British. What we signed with the British, because I have to go to status quo ante to be able to put this in proper perspective. We were not conquered by the British. What we signed with the British were treaties of trade and cooperation. They were not treaties of conquest or subjugation. So that has to be very clear. And it was all this that the British took into all the treaties that we signed with them. We have copies of all these treaties that the British armed themselves with to do what they call this amalgamation in 1914, which is a massive error. But of course, it was done to advance the economic interests of the British. So whatever happened, and it's been classified as a monumental mistake, a monumental error, because we are completely different peoples. The Yoruba nation presently in Nigeria is over 60 million. All over the world, we are over 300 million. When you count those people in the diaspora, in the 500-year diaspora, and the people in the latest diaspora of the 20th century. In the various countries of the world where we are as Yoruba, in America, USA, in Trinidad and Tobago, in Jamaica, in Brazil, in Cuba, in St. Lucia, in Haiti, Dominican Republic, and so on and so forth. The Yoruba form a very large diaspora population, close to 300 million, if not more. So we shouldn't be talking of being in Nigeria. There is no reason why we should be here. Secondly, you will discover that we don't share the same worldview. The cosmogonic belief of the Yoruba is totally different from every other tribe, and we are completely unique. We are unique in the way we dress. We are unique in the way in our culture. We are unique in our world outlook. We are unique in our developmental aspirations. We are totally unique and different from the rest of Nigeria. So we have said it many times over that we want out. We do not belong to Nigeria and we want out. Anybody now who's telling you that they want restructuring, he's begging the question. Because we have said it, that it is too late for restructuring. A lot of people have been shouting and clamoring for restructuring all over the whole place. Oh, restructuring. It is an old, outmoded, outdated song. Nobody wants that song anymore. Nobody wants to sing that song from that song sheet. We don't even want resource control. Why are we making anybody to own what rightly belongs to us? Why? We don't want resource control. We own everything in this geographic space, right from time immemorial. Neither do we want sovereign national conference where we sit down with somebody and then we start arguing, hey, this is what you get, this is what you get. No, we want out. That is the only way we can achieve our God-given potential. And all these things that we are saying, they are all in the charters of the United Nations, the Charter of the African Union, the Charter of even ECOWAS, the right to self-determination. Two cannot stay together unless they agree. A situation where somebody says Nigeria belongs to them is talking trash. They are talking balderdash. That kind of trashy talk, I don't need to make any comment beyond the fact that when you say Nigeria belongs to you, go ahead and take your Nigeria, but Yoruba land is not part of all that. Yoruba land is definitely, emphatically not part of all that. Any intruder, any person who wants to annex Yoruba land is asking for trouble. Like the gentleman who said, the gentleman from, is it Yetiala, Kaltahure, or whatever nonsense? He said something to the effect that they will bring vigilantes and they will put them in every part of Nigeria. Let me use this opportunity and this medium to tell him that is asking for, is making a declaration of war. That's the way we consider it. You deploy anybody here in any uniform, you are declaring war on the Yoruba nation, and there will be appropriate sanctions. There will be consequences. Let him go and tell the people that have sent him that there will be consequences. That cannot and will not be allowed to stand. The Yoruba nation is a massive, massive, highly educated, civilized race. We fight our wars differently. And we are not going to sit back and allow any trashy talk from any trashy group of people to keep talking as if they own even the air we breathe. That's laughable. And the constitution that they have foisted on Nigeria, that's another fraud. That constitution tells a lie about itself right from the very beginning. It says, we the people. Where did we sit down together as we the people to agree? Nowhere. We didn't sit down to agree. We didn't set a date. We didn't agree on the terms of what the constitution is saying. So, ab initio, the constitution tells a lie about itself. So, in that way, the constitution of Nigeria, the 19th constitution, is a fraud. We have taken it to court, and the federal government is even afraid to continue with the case. So, they have adjourned it and die, which means that they don't know how to go forward from there, because they have boxed themselves in a corner, a constitutional corner. That constitution is not our constitution. It's not the Yoruba constitution, and it cannot sustain, it cannot survive any onslaught in any court of law, on any international fora. So that's it on that. As per what Fani Kayode and co have been talking about restructuring, it is too late for all that. It's not going to solve our problems. The problem that Yoruba has is Nigeria. Nigeria is the impediment to Yoruba progress. As I've said in so many of my releases, without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. If Nigeria is out of the equation, you will see the way the Yoruba will soar. And this has been shown. It's not as if we are boasting. We have showed this earlier in the 50s, in the 60s. Yoruba was far above every other person. We were first among equals. In fact, no nation in Africa could hold a candle to us. So the fact that we find ourselves in this conundrum, in this very embarrassing state, cause for concern. And I don't think any Yoruba man should come forward today and be talking about restructuring. These people have said that they don't want restructuring, that the only way they can accept restructuring is through war. So what else do you want? They said it's only through war that they can accept restructuring. So they don't want restructuring. Because they are the ones enjoying this present status quo. They want to sustain it. You can't blame them. That's the way that they are defending their own interests. So Yoruba of all hue have to rise up to defend our own collective interests too. I think that puts me to the question there.
Now,